Hello everyone. This is Unit 1, Step 3 in your workbooks, page 4 and 5, and we're talking about crime here. Let's get started by warming up. We have two questions here. Question number 1, why do you think it is important to have laws? So, what is the importance of laws here? Okay, if we think for a little bit, as we have studied in this unit, we have many reasons. The most important two are to protect people's rights, and number two reason is to keep the society safe and secure. So we have two reasons here: to protect and to keep people safe and secure. Okay, what is the second question? How can we make the law work effectively? So how do we know that the law is working properly and effectively? We can, yes, we can impose penalties. So penalties imposed on criminals. So the first thing is by penalties imposed on criminals. And the second one, which is again most important here, enforcing law on all people equally. Okay, so these are the two most important reasons or ways to make sure that the law work effectively. All right, so let's get started with our new lesson and the vocabulary part. First word is to
break into,
yes, and this means to enter by force, like as you see here in the picture, it's by force, entering a place by force.
fake,
The second word is fake, and we have real thing, okay, and the opposite is fake. It's not original. So not real and not original. Here in the picture, the person cannot be seen. I can't see him, so he is, yes, correct.
invisible,
Okay. The next word is
techno-criminal,
if a person who commit a crime uses technology, we call him a techno-criminal. So a techno-criminal is a person who committed a crime using technology. It's techno, so technology. The next word is the word, as you see, worthless. So this paper doesn't have any value, no value or importance. It's not important or not valuable, so we call it
worthless,
all right. The next word is, like you see here in the picture, a person who is not what he or she pretends to be. He's showing something, but he is another thing.
fraud,
So he's a fraud, okay? He's cheating. He's not showing his real identity. So he's a fraud. Now, some people would ask, what can be stolen from my account, from my computer activity? We have this word, which is identity theft. Okay, they can steal your identity, who you are, your account, and so on. So we call it
identity theft,
identity theft. Now this is your workbook, page 4, and you will find here that the vocabulary here, we've done that. And we have two questions here, A and B, and this is our reading passage. So let's get started together. It says here new crimes. So we have the word new crimes. This means we have, very good, old crimes. So we have old and new crimes. Now, the writer here told us about those two types, but he gave examples. So what are the examples? When we read, you find that an area of law which is changing very quickly in the modern world is the law related to computer crime. Increasingly, criminals are using computers to help them commit new crimes like identity theft. Okay, so here I have new crimes, And I have the word like. This is example. So I have identity theft. And to make it easier to commit all crime. Yes, so I have now new crimes and old crimes, right? Like what? And the word like means, for example, we have theft and fraud. So here we have the two types explained through example. So let's see the answer. Yes, so we have identity theft and fraud, and the old crimes, we can say murders, we can say theft, we can say fraud, and so on. The modern crimes are like identity theft, like sending viruses, and computer crimes. So, what is the second question? The second question wants to know the reason. Why do criminals use the internet to communicate? Okay, it's if you look here, keep going through the text, you'll find here at the last paragraphs, computers and the internet connections can be used more safely by criminals than face-to-face or telephone conversations. Why? To pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. So here I have the reason and the answer to the second question, to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. This is how we can answer comprehension questions. You read and then you annotate or underline the words that tells you about the answer, and then you can write your own answer. All right, so let's move to another exercise, shall we? Here exercise 2 says, read the article again. So I'm going to read again and match. So what do I need to do here is to match. Match, what am I going to match? Is the beginning A to D, this part, with one of the endings 1 to 5 for that part. So I'm going to take a beginning from here with an end from here and then match them together. All right. So you do not need here, he gives me a tip, you do not need to use one of the endings. There is an extra one. So I have one extra I'm not going to use, okay? Because I have A, B, C, D, this is 4, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we have one extra. Now, to complete this, you need to do what? You need to read again quickly. So let's see, for example, criminals may make money. Now, which one from 1 to 5 can complete this statement? All right, let's check together. Yes, this is number 1. By using confidential information they have found on a computer. So they can make money by using confidential information on the computer. All right. So what about the second one? The fact that actual things are not stolen by computer criminals. Yes. Very good. With number 3, makes it more difficult for police to prosecute them successfully. Okay. So it's easy now to get the idea. All right. If you look here, for the first question, may get into computer system to find out confidential information and use this to make money. So this is number 1. Okay, so now I completed number 1. All right, and the second one, it's not stolen. The fact that the actual things are not stolen makes it difficult. So if you continue, you find here computer crimes are often more difficult to solve. Why? Because the criminals are invisible and their action may be impossible to prove. And if you look here again, you'll find it's more difficult and things are not stolen by a computer. Okay, but things are not physically stolen. So the next one is many people all over the world can be affected. All right, so how can I complete this one? Very good. Here's number 2. If viruses are left on computers. Okay, so what happens? Many people all over the world. All right, so they can affect the whole world through viruses. Now let's see the next one and the last one here, number 4. All right, if you look here, these viruses can affect millions of people worldwide. All right, so this is the damage that can happen to people through viruses. And the last one says, for criminals who want to plan a crime, if they want to plan a crime using the internet is, again, we said this at the end, is what? Very good. Number 5, safer than telephone conversation. Again, how can we find this here in the passage? You see here, more safely by criminals to pass on confidential information. So if I want to understand why criminals use the internet to plan, because it's safer than the telephone conversation. All right, everybody? Okay. Now, the next exercise is again matching, but here we have words. Okay, so we need to match words A to F, those words from the article. Now, these words are found in the article with the meanings from 1 to 6. So I need to match words with meanings. Okay, from 1 to 6. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means that I don't have any extra. So I'm going to take all the words and all the definitions. Now the very first word is confidential. All right, confidential came in the passage. So what does it mean? To have something confidential is, yes, a secret or private. Now, if you remember the word, the second one, be fake. We said it's not real, okay, or not genuine. Very good. So it's clear now. It's with number 6. Very good. Now, identity theft, taking your ID or stealing your ID through a computer. Yes, which one do you think? Yes, number 2, stealing someone's personal details or personal information or your ID. Now the next word is prosecute. Prosecute is to, yes, to discover who commits a crime. So you charge someone for committing a crime, you prosecute this person. All right, now the next one is solve a crime. To solve a crime, yes. Okay, to accuse someone of a crime and try to prove it in a law court. So here you solved the crime, you knew the criminal, and you have this proven in a law court. The last one is to transfer. So now this is very easy. It's the remaining one here, and here I have the remaining number 5, so I think they match together. So if I say to transfer means to move from one place to another, and yes. Okay, everybody, this clear? Okay, the next exercise is completion, exercise 4. We need to what? Complete. You have to understand what is needed from every exercise. This one is to complete with what? With words or phrases from the article, again, from the passage on page 4. So here we have a missing word or phrase we need to complete. So what is a computer crime which uses a person's information? Remember, usually for financial gain. They take personal information and they sell it for financial gain. Yes, I can hear you say it. Yes, it's identity theft. Very good. The second one, it is difficult to indict computer criminals. Why? Because what? Now, those crimes are done on a computer. So what is the problem here? Why it is difficult? Because they are invisible and you cannot prove anything. The next one is the increasing use of internet website is one of the factors which are causing the, look here, increasing use. It means it's going up. More and more people are using internet websites. So this is one of the reasons or factors that cause, yes, technological criminals or crimes. So here, because a lot of people now actually are using the internet for bank dealings, transactions, buying and selling and things like that. The last one, techno-criminals are able to fabricate. To fabricate means to make. It's not true. Or even get people to pay what? Okay. Yes, to fabricate a fake charity organization. It's not real. It's a fake. They ask you to give money for poor people in another country or so, but this is not true. Sometimes it's fake. So here they have this fake website and they ask you to pay. Okay, what? Pills sometimes. You pay pills through a fake website or fabricated website. All right. The next exercise is exercise 5. This one wants you to answer the questions. Just answer the questions. Okay, and these questions are like set book questions. You can have like them on the exam. So the first one is why. So we not want to know the what. Yes, very good. The reason. Why is computer crime on the increase? Why is it increasing? We just said that. Yes, because many people use the internet website to buy things, book holidays, and so on. Okay, so this is why the crime of computers increases. What makes number 2 or B, what makes computer crime more difficult to solve than traditional crimes? Now, old crimes or traditional crimes were difficult, but not as difficult as the new crimes. Why? Very good, because they are invisible and their actions may be impossible to prove. I cannot prove their robbery or identity theft or something like that. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to follow and track their actions. So criminals do this all the time. And the last question there here, C, is there any law in Kuwait? Now this is about Kuwait that protects internet users from computer crimes. You think about this and you write what you know. Okay. We can say yes, Kuwait has a code of laws. Okay, and many types of courts to ensure justice and safety for everyone. And we have the internet police, and you can also write this and your opinion. All right, exercise 6 says complete. Again, here we complete, but we have what? The sentence beginnings, remember, with their correct ending. So I have a beginning here, and I need to choose A or B or C to finish the sentence. The first one says computer criminals access confidential information to do what? To know more about the people involved, or to modify your confidential information to their own advantage, or to make money. Very good, to make money. Okay, so they sell it to make money. The next word, the pronoun this. Now you have to go back to the passage, line 24, to see refers to. And this is a very important question. You will have it on your test. Refers to. Okay, so this pronoun goes back to what? This. Computers being used by criminals or passing on confidential information, or computers allowing criminals to access millions of people worldwide. Yes, this one with A, the word this in line 24 refers to computers with internet connections being used by criminals. The last question we have here, 3, computer crimes are very difficult to solve because, and we said this more than one time, yes, criminals are invisible. You cannot see them. All right. Now the last question over to you is what laws need to be enforced, and you remember the word enforce from the unit, to prevent computer crime. So here we're talking about the future. What do you think we should add to the laws, or to get make new laws to be enforced to prevent? To prevent means to stop computer crimes. All right. We can say we need laws that prevent computer viruses because they are dangerous, hacking, identity theft, computer viruses, or any other suitable answer. All right. Okay, everybody.